Hi and welcome back. If you are new to my channel or to me, my name is Stephanie, and I love makeup. I really love makeup. I like eyeshadow more than anything, and once I finally got my hands on the ColourPop Yes Please palette, I was super stoked. So I am doing hopefully what is a quick tutorial using this palette and more of the red tones in here. If you'd like to see how I did my eyeshadow, keep watching. Okay, so I have the ColourPop Yes Please palette. I have been using this for almost 2 weeks. This has been my 2 weeks one palette. If you don't know what a 2 weeks one palette is, I'm using solely this palette for 2 weeks just to see what I can do with it. I have really enjoyed this. ColourPop, you did really good on this palette. This for me has been an all-in-one palette, and I can make entire looks and have them completely different. Like from a neutral eye using the browns and this peach color, I can do something really fall with the oranges. The yellow I haven't played with a whole lot, and this red is, oh my goodness, I'm so impressed with this. So I was looking through YouTube, like scrolling, looking for tutorials to do with this. I hear the garbage truck up, but it's gonna come as soon as I start filming, right? So I was looking for tutorials using this palette, and I noticed that a lot of people were using the yellow and the orange and this really fun shade called Chauffeur and Butter Cake, but from what I could see, I didn't see anybody using Bling, which I did a one shadow look using that, and it was just a smoked out all over my lid, and I really loved that. But yeah, so I kind of want to play with this. I already have my face done. I haven't worn foundation in almost 2 weeks, and so it's kind of weird to have like a full face of makeup on. Hang on, there's the garbage truck. I am going to go into Champs, which is this pinky peach shade, and I have my eyes primed, and then I put MAC's Painterly Paint Pot as a base. I will go into Champs, and I have that on my Wayne Goss number 18 brush, the new one. I dip into the eyeshadow a little bit at a time. These are really pigmented, and I like to build my shadow up a little bit at a time. And I know my brush looks dirty, but because it's a natural hair, I just wipe it off on my microfiber cloth, and the microfiber picks up the excess powder. And my brush is basically brand new. I think that is the great thing about these natural hair brushes, is even though they look dirty, they're not. Okay. This full zip shade I'm going to put on my brow bone to help blend out Champs. And for being such a pale cream shade, I find it has a little bit of a pink tone to it. It's pretty pigmented for the color that it is. And then I'll go back into the peachy pink Champs and blend that again. All right, Spoiled is the reddish. I find that this has a little bit of a pink undertone to it. It's pretty red. I'm gonna put that. Using a MAC 213, it's kind of a little bit of a wider flat shader brush. I'm going to go into Bling, which is the shimmery, like burgundy color. It reminds me a little bit of MAC's Antiqued. I found that I like the shimmery shades in this palette better wet. So once I have the pigment on my brush, I'm going to spray Fix Plus on it and then tap it onto my eyelid. And I'm going to go into Champs again. I just put it on the tip. Bounce, bounce. To help blend that out, I am going to use, let's try Note to Self on the same brush. I just wiped it off. And Note to Self is like a medium brown. And then I'm going to go back into Champs Thread and put that on top. Keeping with this palette, I kind of like this eye with a pink inner corner, but I don't want to pull out something that somebody might not have. Typically, I would probably use the Kat Von D Alchemist palette. There's a pink duochrome shade in there. Or for a lighter inner corner that's more yellow, MAC's Vanilla Pigment works really well with this palette, and I've been using that one a lot for an inner corner highlight. But keeping with this palette, I'm going to go into Butter Cake, which is a yellow, tap some of it off, and that will be my inner corner. I'll bring Butter Cake down. Oh, excuse me, you did not see that. I'll bring Butter Cake down below and up into where the red meets, and a tiny bit on my more towards the inner corner, just pull it in. I'm actually going to go back into Butter Cake and bring that more up right here. What is this part called? I guess your inner corner, but I feel like it needed a little bit of something. And then I'll blend it again. I'm going to go do my other eye and finish my mascara, and then I will be back. This is my finished look, and I'm obsessed with it. Mascara and eyeliner make everything better. Yes. And I was thinking about this whenever I was putting on my mascara, and the more I blend together the eye look, I think that the better it looks, because then the shadows just kind of like meld into each other, and it gives like this flawless or seamless finish. What I have found works best with the shimmers, especially Butter Cake, Bling, and I've used these other two as well, just not as much, but instead of putting them on like in this kind of a motion, I press the shimmers into my skin, and it kind of helps to keep the pigmentation of them. So once I press them into the skin, I have like that first layer, then going in with a second layer and then blending it where I want it to go. It looks really nice for me. So I'll zoom you in, that way you can see. I didn't do anything else to this look except for just blend and blend and blend. Maybe if I turn this light on. There we go, that's a little bit better. Okay, so now you can see where I have, it's more matte on the outside, and then Bling on my lid and Butter Cake on my inner corner. So for my blushes, yes, I said blushes, I have Clinique's Nude Pop, and then I topped that with a little bit of Tigerlily by Becca. I could probably use a little bit more Tigerlily. I thought the orange blush would be really pretty though. Let's put a little bit more on, even though I have already set my face. I like this palette, the eye palette, better with nude or like orange tone blushes. I think it's just a little bit prettier on my skin tone anyways. And then my lips is MAC's, what is my lips? Oh, my lips are MAC's Boldly Bare Lip Pencil underneath this little deluxe sample of a YSL number 70 lip balm stick thing. This is pretty, it's very neutral. I like it. So that's the combo on my lips. I'm really happy with it. If you have this palette, you probably already know that it's quite amazing. But the colors all work so well together. I would like to see color, and I know that this is kind of a dupe for the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. I would like to see ColourPop do something like this, but for the Lilac palette by Natasha Denona, because I really want that palette. But the price of it is outrageous. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed and that this gave you some sort of a color inspo for this amazing little tiny cute palette. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.